All right, welcome. This is Mikhail Jessen with National Corporate Credit. In this video today, I'm going to show you how to get funding to grow your company, to take your company to the next level. So whether you've been struggling through the pandemic or you've actually been thriving through the pandemic, I'm going to show you how to get funds without having to put up collateral, without paying high interest rates, and without having to sell equity in your company. And even if you're a startup business, I'll show you how to get the funds you need to really get your company launched and off the ground. So let's dive right into this here today. A little background on myself. I've been in this business for about 13 years now. I've worked with more than 6,000 different business owners, helping them get capital to either start a new business, to grow their existing business, and even those that are running 7- and 8-figure companies, we've helped them too. Collectively, I've raised over $1 billion in capital. I've personally built 2 7-figure companies myself, and I've spoken at places such as Harvard Business School, the NASDAQ Stock Exchange, and even on CNBC's Fast Money TV. Now, all of that sounds good, the reality is that I have struggled just like you. I'm a human being. And so whether you're starting a brand new company, I understand exactly what you're going through. There's a lot of moving parts. It's a very exciting time for you, but you realize you need to start making sales. You need to start generating revenue to really start to get your company off the ground. If you're at the 6-figure level, whether that's 100,000 or 500,000, you're starting to realize you need to have the systems in place to help you sustain that growth, but most importantly, to grow that business to the 7-figure level. And if you've surpassed 7 figures, well, you're starting to realize you need to have the right partners on your team, the right players in the right positions, doing the right activities that produce results consistently and predictably. Now, what is my purpose with you here today? Well, I want to share with you the 3 keys to raising capital. And this is something I cover with every single one of my clients. I want to help you find the right funding partner, whether that's with me or with somebody else, that's okay too. But I want to make sure we get you the funds you need to really take your company to the next level and accomplish the specific goals that you have. If you are a good fit for me and I'm a good fit for your business, then I want to help you raise the capital that you need and show you how to deploy those funds in your business the right way so you can start to generate new profit and get results right now. And most importantly, I want to help you grow those capital sources over time. So what do I mean by that? Well, most companies you work with, whether that's a bank, a private investor, or many different types of finance companies out there, they just care about getting you approved, getting their fees, and making sure that that money's paid back. What's different with us is we're actually going to show you how to best use your capital so you can get the most out of it. You can start getting results in your business. But most importantly, you have a partner that's going to work with you over time to grow those capital sources. Now, this is the reality of the economy today. I live in Chicago, Illinois, and it's been very sad to see over the last 12 to 18 months what has happened to a lot of small business owners. It's tragic, to be honest with you, but those that have succeeded versus those that have failed and have had to close their doors are really the ones that have had the right working capital and the right infrastructure in place to maintain through the up and the down periods. And this is something that I will make sure we cover with you when you work with us, is to just position yourself so that way you're in the right position. You have the capital you need to either sustain your growth, to take your company to the next level, or just to have that peace of mind that comes with knowing you have money in the bank. Now let's dive right into the 3 keys. Are you ready? The first key is positioning. Now, positioning is very important before you go out and raise capital. And what I mean by positioning is to see the real clear path of what options actually exist for you. I've had clients come to me that are running a startup company, or they've got let's say a brand new idea, but they think their company's worth $5 or $10 million. And you might have a great idea, but the reality is you need to be realistic about what options exist for you. And so what you do when you work with me is we're going to cover where your business is at, what your revenue looks like if you're a startup or you're running an existing small business. We're really going to break down what options exist for you so we can position your business in the best way. So when you present yourself out there for a new capital raise, whether that's for a private investor or even with the lenders that we work with specifically, you get approved. And how you position yourself is the most important. So that way, when you do take off and you start going after your goals, you have a successful outcome from start to finish. Rebecca Brown was a successful client of ours during COVID last year. She said, Mikhail helped me secure financing for a new startup business that I have. He helped walk me through the crucial steps in making sure I was ready for funding before we started. And I was able to secure over $75,000 for my company that otherwise I would not have been able to get from any other lender. Thank you, Mikhail. Now, I'm going to share a couple of these with you as we go through the video, just to give you some context into who our clients are, some of the results that they've had. And just so you know, these are people that are running small businesses just like you and I. So they're not running, $100 million companies. These are people that are starting new businesses. They're running six-figure companies and even into the seven and some into the eight-figure range. Now, key number 2 is preparation. How you prepare yourself before you get started is a very important and crucial step to cover. Now, I know when I first started, I did everything backwards. And it's really because I didn't know what I didn't know. And that's what I noticed with most entrepreneurs out there is you have a great idea. You're really intelligent when it comes to running your specific business. But there's things that you need to have in place, such as a good partner to make sure that you cover all of the steps prior to going out and doing a capital raise so you have a good outcome. You don't want to be the person on the left here that is just kind of disorganized. They don't know what they're doing, and they sabotage themselves before they start. This is something we'll never make a mistake on. So when you work with me, I'm going to make sure that all of your T's are crossed, your I's are dotted, and everything is in place. So when we do go out and we start the funding process or we go do a capital raise for you, everything is organized and ready to go for you to get approved. John Spica was a successful client of ours also during COVID last year. He says, I have been self-employed and an entrepreneur for 37 years. I can only name a handful of companies over that time frame that say what they can do and do it. No surprises, no nonsense. For the past 18 months, I've worked with some other companies that were a total nightmare. Mikhail and Michael have been 100% professional and got me amazing results. They obtained for my company an astounding $386,000. It's been extremely helpful in scaling my business, and I give them the highest praises and recommend 100%, especially if you need capital fast and want to work with a company that can get the job done. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, John. It was a great review. Now, key number 3 is profit. Now, you might have thought, well, key number 3 should be to get funding. Well, we take you one step further than that. I want to make sure that the plan in place before we start, you have a very clear objective that you want to achieve. And I tell clients this all the time. If you don't know specifically what you want, I don't think you're going to be a great fit for this program. Now, if you know what you want and what time frame you need it by, now you have a very clear goal in mind. So once we raise that capital for you, you can start to put it to work to start generating new profit for you. And that helps you really save your cash flow. I mean, just imagine what you can do with an extra $100,000 for your business or $200,000. Do you think you'd be able to generate more revenue in the next 12 months if you had that working capital available? If not, imagine the type of limitations you're putting on yourself and your business by not taking advantage of the options that currently exist for you. Generating new revenue is very important. And so I want to make sure we can put these funds to work. It generates new profit. It gets your company to the next level. And most importantly, it incrementally puts you in a better position 6 months from now, 12 months from now, and even 24 and 36 and beyond. Brian Ecklefield with Validated Claim Support also worked with us last year. He said the team at National Corporate Credit was able to quickly secure my business $253,000 to meet some short-term crunches I had during the pandemic. The team is as efficient and extremely helpful during an extremely tumultuous period for our business. We're now able to grow our business with the new resources we have available. Now, would you like to have the same results as Becky, John, and Brian? If you said yes, well, let's continue. Here's how our program works. We work with a very simple 3-step method from application to consultation to funding. There's no collateral required to get started. You don't have to put any money down, and you don't have to sell any equity in your business to get the funds raised for your business. And most importantly, there's some promotions going on that will allow you to take advantage of a 0% interest rate for the first 6 months, 12 months, even 18 months once you're approved. Now, we have 2 programs. The first program is our business credit program. This is a line of credit or a business credit card type product. And based on the type of business you have, how long you've been in business, and what your revenue looks like, will really determine which option is a good fit for you. We can raise up to $150,000 with this program. And again, you do get 0% interest for the first 6 months, 12 months, even up to 18 months. Now, how can you use business credit? That's a great question. Well, what I focus on with you is really helping you establish a business credit profile so you can start to generate a business credit track record. And what I mean by this is that once you have the funds available to your business, and you start putting them to work, they'll start reporting to the business credit bureaus. And as you grow your business and as you use your funds, you pay them back, you reuse them again, you're going to have more options available to your business over time as you grow. It's also important that you start using credit to build your business so you don't rely on your personal cash flow. You're not relying on the business cash flow that you currently have in your bank account to cover advertising costs or pay employees. Build credit, use credit to your advantage so that over time you start to generate more increases on your credit limits by 2 times, 3 times, even 5 times over time. And we'll show you how to do that. The second program we have is our unsecured term loans. Now, this is a great program if you're looking to make a larger purchase, you're looking to buy a business, even buy a real estate property. And we can go up to up to $300,000 with this option. The rates are much more traditional. So they're as low as 3.9%. And it is a fixed rate program. So the rates are not going to go up. The rates are not going to go down. It's a very simple monthly payment stretched out between 5 to 7 years terms, depending on what you qualify for. So again, what could you use $300,000 for? Could you start to generate more profit because you have the working capital? Are you able to kind of get that peace of mind that comes with having your working capital in the bank? And you don't have to worry about where you're going to get your next client just to cover the bills in the next 30 days. Once again, what can you use a term loan for? This is a great product if you're looking for large liquidity to make purchases. Again, using other people's money to grow your business and giving you that leverage that you deserve to really scale your company without having to use your own money. And we'll show you how you can reuse your funding for free. This is one of the caveats when you work with me. Most companies will charge you a fee to get you access to the funds. And then what they'll do is they're going to charge you fees every time you want to go back. You want to reuse those funds. You want to use them again. You want to reapply them. Every time you go back, you're going to pay fees. We've designed our program in a way where you only pay one time to get access to the funds. And then we work with you closely without any additional investment on your part to grow those capital sources over time. I really want to educate you on the best uses of these funds, how to use your capital, how to manage them so that you're in a better position 6 months from now, 12 months from now, even 24 and 36 and beyond. Now, here are the simple qualifications that you need. The first thing we're looking for is 700 or higher personal credit. And if you have 50,000 or more in personal income, that's great. We can raise up to $300,000 for you. But if you just have the credit score, you can still qualify for up to $150,000 just based on your credit. Now, here's how to get qualified. The 2 documents that we're looking for is simply a 3-bureau credit report from myfico.com and the last filed personal tax return. So you'll see an application here at the end of this video. There will be another video to explain how to fill out that application. And then we want to learn more about your business. So as you fill that out, you'll give us a snapshot view of your business. You'll tell us what you're looking to accomplish, and you'll attach these documents. And once you click submit, we'll get you an answer back right away on what we can do. Now, here's how to get started. Once again, you're going to start filling out that application. I want you to tell me about your specific goals. One thing I always tell my clients, even if you qualify with us, but I don't feel like your goal is in alignment with how our funding products work best, I'm not going to sell you in anything. There has to be congruency and synergy and alignment there for us to bring you on board as a client. Once you do apply, we'll have a consultation. Okay, we're going to identify if you're a good fit for the program and if we're a good fit for your business based on 2 factors. The first is your financial qualifications. Do you meet the financial requirements to qualify for funding? And then do your specific business needs, are those in alignment with what our funds can be best used for? Step 3 is to secure funding. We have a fully done for you service and the ongoing support to really help you grow your capital sources over time, how to manage those funds, and how to deploy them so you can start generating new profit right away. All of this combined with the consulting, with the guidance and the advisory really helps you save a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of headaches. So here's my expectations from you. It's important that you have a clear goal. If you don't know specifically what you want, I can't help you. And quite honestly, I don't want to help you unless you know exactly what you want. So if you're not clear on that, I would say pause this video, take some time to really think about what could you use an extra $100,000 for? What could you use an extra $250,000 for? And how can you best apply that to your business to get new results? Take some time to really think about that. But if you already have and you have a great idea in place or you have a specific need for the funds, then we're already past step 1. The other thing is you need to have a clear timeline. You might say, Mikhail, I need $50,000 for this real estate project, and I need it at this time. If you're clear on what you want, when you want it, that helps me deliver the results a lot faster and a lot more efficiently to you. Now, you also need an open-minded approach. What do I mean by this? Well, as I mentioned earlier in the video, some people will start a new company. They have a great idea, but they might not have any revenue yet, or they might not be realistic on what is possible for their business based on your industry, your current revenue level, and really the business structure overall. And so it's important that you're open-minded to the options that do exist for you. If you have a great idea and you think you're worth $1 million, that's great. But if I can only raise 100,000 for you, I'm going to be realistic with you about that. And most importantly, I'll put a plan in place, a stepping stone plan to really help you get from A to B to C, all the way to Z. So if you do want to raise $1 million, we'll do that with you over time, but we might have to start out at that $50,000 level or that $100,000 level. And then over time, based on how you use that, how I coach you how to use that, and really work with you over time to grow that, you'll put yourself in a position where that $1 million is much more realistically achievable with time. So here's how you get started. Go ahead and start filling out that application here at the end of this video. Once you submit everything with your documents and all of the fields, you'll get an instant response from us, and then we'll go over your funding offer before we get started. So go ahead and fill out that form now, and I look forward to seeing you on the other side.